Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Nerd Archives with a Nerd Archivist. Hi, how are y'all? And today we're going to do something special. I'm going to introduce to y'all something that has just recently came out, and it is called Nintendo World Championships NES Edition, the deluxe set, obviously. Um, I figured I'd try and switch things up to make things less monotonous for the channel, and I wanted to do something special for y'all for this occasion. Now, to prove a point, um, this little wad of paper and sticker, that was to this. That was basically from Best Buy to let everyone know that, hey, your copy, and then it says completed, and yeah, things like that. So I got this copy pre-ordered at the closest source at a local Best Buy. Got it, and I have not completely opened it. The only thing for the furthest I ever got was carefully removing the sticker, because considering I'm an archivist, I love the fact that boxes, like, you could, as long as it isn't like, how do I put it? As long as it isn't like clutter and just complete trash or rubbish, I always find things display worthy and viewable, and serves an extra bonus to where it protects your beloved items from source. It keeps things from getting lost and other importances. That's why if you see me with a lot of collectibles in boxes and containments and such, that's because I want to double down to make certain that everything isn't together, everything is protected for a long duration until I die, and of course, I love the biggest thing about me is I love the artwork like this. Speaking of artwork, let's take a look at this together. So, I'm sorry if I have this camera a little bit angled. Let me see if I can carefully hold on. And I'm having to try and play physics with the camera as usual. But yeah, look at that. I love the artwork on this thing. And here's what it looks like on the oops, here we go again, on the side. Then you got your back of the box. And then you got the other side. Top with the Nintendo logo, proudly presented, because they don't want you to mess with their stuff. And they're proud, they love to brag about it. And then you got your importante and warning things about playing for long durations, how many players are capable of being played, and on what devices, yada yada yada, controllers. So yeah, you got a nice little thing going. And as usual, because I love the thing I always love about my channel is I love giving a good expletive. So you're probably wondering if you're ever familiar, besides just jumping in on the bandwagon to go, well, I'm doing this for views. Well, I mean, you and me here, both brother or sister. You and me both, but I'm doing this also because of legitimate love for these. Like, Nintendo has been my... If it wasn't for Nintendo, I wouldn't have been into gaming. Not gonna lie. Somebody else would have won me over first, but Nintendo's special to my heart. Being a kid from the 1990s means something to me. I know I shouldn't go with the whole drawl of the long story, but a little bit of background. I came out in '88. I was born in '88. I was grateful to have been alive in the early '90s because something funny. Before every 4 years into a year of decadence, it's always clinging on to the decade from the last period. So in the early 90s, swear to God, everything was still in tune to the 80s. 80s movies, HBO was still on the rise. I remember barely as a kid in a stroller, this one vague memory I have was two very nice black women telling me how adorable I was and this and that, and and they were in the most loudest neon color jump sweatsuits I had ever seen and laid my little eyes on. And I knew what it was because I saw so many movies like Police Academy, Terminator. Somehow a young kid watching these things, and then of course watching them later with better context and things like that, and learning, hey, this is the 80s, and I love the 80s. I'm a 90s kid, but my blood says I'm an 80s boy by heart and soul till I kick the bucket. One of the early systems I was given was a hand-me-down from one of my family. It was one of my cousins gave me a NES, and a few handful of games. It was oh boy, there were those 3 Major League Baseball games. There was Blaster Master, I think is what it was called. Galaga and Galaxian home ports. DuckTales, TMNT, TMNT 2, the arcade game. Sadly, no Manhattan Project or TMNT 3. That really would have been interesting if I started learning and playing with that, but I was well aware of it as a kid because I'm still a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles nut. But besides that point, I also had a bunch of Marios, excluding 2. I had Super Mario and the Duck Hunt pack, very common at the time. Donkey Kong, Super Mario 3, and what else did I have? I know I had a couple more NES games. Dino Ricky. Those are the few that I recollect. Dig Dug 2. Those might be all. There might be a few more I'm missing, but anyway, that aside, that was my gateway. The NES became the system of my heart and soul. It still is. In fact, very soon, I'm hoping by the start of next year, I will start doing a very special project for myself and for y'all. I want to start vintage hunting. I have a bunch of vintage game cartridges, but my brain keeps going, do they work? Because I cleaned them carefully. I bought them when they were in good, very good, from between good to very good. Anything that was marked acceptable, no go. But most of these games should be fine for a lifetime till I kick the bucket. And I want to see if these things work. I want to see if my babies work. Considering I'm trying to have a beautiful personal archive as a big thank you to both the company and one of my biggest characters. Well, besides everybody on here that I love with all my heart, Mario's the one I love personally because he was the one that I played and grew up with and loved the most. So, yeah. Very big projects are coming soon. And I'm sorry if I kind of got off the little topic, but so to answer what is Nintendo World Championships, we kind of have to turn back that clock. So, in the year of 1990, ironically, I kept thinking it started in the 80s, so technically I was right, but it was in Canada. It started in 1989, and instead of being dubbed Nintendo World Championship, it was called in Canada Nintendo Challenge Championship, the NCC. But here in the US of A, we went under World Championships. And in 1990, it kicked off long ago, back in March 8th, 11th of 1990, in a place called Fair Parks Automobile Building within Dallas, Texas. And it toured over 29 cities across the U.S. Players actually were they basically separated from 3 different age groups, 11 and below, 12, 17, and 18 and above. And they competed together for a total solid of 3 days. The finalist would win $250 US a trip for two to World Finals in Universal Studios in Hollywood and L.A., California. And then runner-ups that didn't make the cut won a Power Pad and a Game Boy. That almost sounds cheap when you think about it in context, but at the same time, remember, and I had also, besides a NES, I had a Game Boy too. So, in fact, I actually, me and Katie we've recently got a Game Boy, so tears were shed that day when we got a new one, and it works. So awesome. So, a bunch of runner-ups came together, battled it out, and there were, at the time, if I remember, there were 3 different games categorized back in 1990. Super Mario, Rad Racer, and then there was Tetris. The games were custom. They were on a customized NES cartridge. They were gray, of course, and inside this is very cool because it's going to show a replica of a cartridge and not just the standard gray. To celebrate the momentous occasion, they decided to give everyone that has bought the deluxe set a commemorative Champions edition of an NES cartridge that were gold plated, similarly to the first Legend of Zelda game cartridge. Those handsome boys that any of those might have owned, earned, or bought recently someplace in some video game shops or what have you. So, one interesting thing about the cartridge was that basically the cartridges would have basically a couple of dip switches to set the amount of time the player has to compete in 3 games. That kind of depend on how long or short you want it. The actual competition note that it would consist about a total of 6 minutes and 21 seconds. That's the actual time used in the actual competitions and world championships. Now, mind you, the cartridges are very sought after. In fact, over the years, they seem to be almost scarce. Now, I've looked on eBay. There's a copy being sold for almost maybe like a 1,400, maybe even higher than that. I can't remember. I just saw a glimpse of it, saw the price, and went nope, and kind of turned my back on that because that's very expensive. And I think there's even I didn't see or come across any of the gold cartridges, but man, just the standard gray is very expensive, and it's sought after by collectors that want to either complete their Nintendo libraries or just to have a little piece of this history if they happen to be historians of competitive gaming or whatever have you. Now, copies of gray cartridges were given over to the gray cartridges were given to 90 finalists at the time. After the championships had concluded, 26 gold copies were actually given as prizes in separate contests held by Nintendo Power Magazine. So this replica that's going to be here that we will see together is going to be that. It's supposed to be homaging one of the 26 gold copies. And it's a handsome boy. I saw pictures of it on the back of the thing. I saw teasers on computer. When I saw the entirety of what this deluxe kit and, of course, the game is, I was tickled pink. I went back in as a young 1990s kid again. I'm very, very excited on this. So, yeah, that kind of concludes a little bit of the small, brief history. And apparently, the World Championships kind of came and went, died in the 90s, and then they came back in 2015. I remember watching briefly on television. And 2017 was the most recent. And now, 2024, it's kind of unofficial, but the even though this is from the actual obvious Nintendo as a presenter, World Championships isn't really, unless Nintendo has something neat around the corner. So who knows? I really don't know what Nintendo might have in store. So it feels like I'm onto something on the topic of this. On World Championships for the 2024 edition. So I've been rearing to go. I know you're rearing to go, and you're probably going, "Oh my God, hurry it up!" And I apologize, but I am a person that's very compassionate on history. In fact, those that join me and hopefully bother to watch my channel and try and understand me a bit better would hopefully agree. So keep that in mind. Whoa! What do we have here? Woohoo! Look at that. Man, I never get tired of NES cartridges. I can never get tired of them. Let's see what we got here. Whoa! Look at this beauty. Made in China, of course. The retro scans, the reflection of the NES edition. Man. Now, I'm going to assume this might be the, maybe the pins. Oh my God! I love this. That's so cool. Now, I don't think this is, this isn't an actual dust cover or jacket, but that's still pretty damn cool, because this is what NES cartridges, I had a couple of these for some of the NESs that I was given. Some of them were just plain cartridge, and pray to God that, you didn't get any dust and such in them. And then a few of them that I really liked had the dust jacket protecting them, so yeah. A handsome new copy of World Championships NES Edition. Standard, basically your standard pack. Now, also I'm going to bring to mention, I will play a little bit of this. This will be part of the video. I will play a bit of World Championship. It's going to be blind play, so yay, nay, boo. I'm not the world's greatest player. I will, honest to God, admit to that. But by God, am I not going to give it the college try. Oh, and this feels a little hefty. Maybe this is the pins. Maybe? This might be the collectible video game title cards, or what you would see on the actual NES. It looks like I see something down in there. It might be just more. Oh, wait! Hold the phone. Ooh! Woohoo! Look at this. Now, mind you, all this is $60. The same price that a traditional brand new video game that usually releases in stores cost. And usually most deluxe or special editions usually cost an arm and a leg. Between maybe $150, $180, sometimes even going higher than that to $200 to $250. Yeah. Some people and collectors are so compassionate of games, they're willing to pay that much for those things. And I happen to know I was one of them, at least with one. Street Fighter, when Street Fighter 4 came out. Came packed with the arcade edition, I think is the way it was called. It had all the DLCs and characters and all that. And all the music soundtrack and what have you. Replica of Ryu's black belt and the statue. So that was my edition. God, I gotta look at this one in a minute. That's really caught my heart pumping. So let's take a look in here. These have to be the pins. Let's see. It's early Christmas for me. Wow. It feels so nice. Let me see. Oh gosh darn it. I'm sorry for the noise. There we go. Uh-huh. We got the felt covering, and you can vaguely see them. Right here. Oh my god! Ooh, I love them. I know when the new Lego Mario set's coming out, I'm wearing these babies. Probably him mostly. Wow. Golly, that's actually gorgeous. That's beautiful. I love that. So the deluxe edition comes with 5 commemorative pins, as you just saw. Let's see the title cards. Okay, so it's kind of in a interesting little box. Let me see here if I can carefully open it without damaging it. Okay, so it unfolds. Oh my lord. Holy cannoli. Let me see if I can get these babies out without damaging them. Because I was thinking, maybe in one point, I might actually frame some of these. Oh my god, just wow. Very glossy. Oh, and that's cool! They have the opposite sprites from where they came from, too. Wow. This I'm familiar with, obviously. I'm sorry. Got the Legend of Zelda. For all you Link fanboys out there. Now, I may be a Mario fan, but I've also grown to have a heart for Link as well. I have actually a few Legend of Zeldas that I've really loved and grew up with. Here's the original Metroid. There's Samus Aran banging it in her awesome suit. Beautiful power suit. Ah, good times. I never get tired seeing poor Donkey Kong upside, just laying on top of his head in defeat. You get yourself Kid Icarus. There's Pit. Look at that little fella. Super Mario 2. I happen to have, again, the holy trinity of Mario games I have and ready to be played and tested to show in our archives in the future. Ooh, we got Excite Bike. Yeah, player number 1. Yeah! Ice Climber! Playing those is very fun and a bit frustrating. You have to play with another player and try and get your butts up there. Balloon Fight. I'm actually pretty damn good in that too. Even has the respective genre at the lower left of them. And my favorite. This was the game that gave me hell when I was a kid. But oh my lord, I barely even see the continue screen anymore. I've just gotten so good because I've taken all my losses and defeats and I honed it. When I was a kid, so not to be sappy, stupid, or overly original, but whoever you are out there, if you're feeling like me most of the time where you say I can't do it, don't hesitate. Because when you hesitate, things get the better of you. Don't think about it. You just go with your heart and gut. Just do what you can. I remember Super Mario Brothers 3. This was the game that I've played religiously for hours, wanting to hone and master and beat Bowser. And by God, years later, I was finally capable of. I've probably beaten the game 4 or 5 times now. I admit, I've beaten it on emulators. I've beaten it on the actual or I've never beaten it on the actual hardware emulator and on Switch. So I think I've beaten this game about, maybe it might have been 4 times. Not on topic. However, whatever the case, I've mastered the game. I beaten the game. The game that used to beat me and chide me and challenge me, I've finally beaten it years later, and it feels so good to know that this beautiful, legendary game that has dared me and challenged me, pushed me into frontiers and levels that I never even dreamed of having in myself. So if it wasn't for this game in particular, I probably wouldn't be hanging in there. That's my personal game of Till I Die. Legend of Zelda 2, or Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. I've heard of this game, and I've seen snippets, pictures, and maybe little dots of Let's Plays. It works much more different than the top-down view of the classic games, and it had RPG elements from what I remember doing my homework, of course. Super Mario Brothers: The Lost Levels. Now, the sad story about this one right here is that we never got this game, except, and I remember this clear as day, when I got my freaking SNES, I had to have Mario, so I got Super Mario All-Stars. And what was in All-Stars, besides the legendary trinity of Mario games that came on the NES and were remastered in beautiful 16-bit gorgeous graphics? This game. And this game used to make me almost scream my head off, because it is hard as sin. But with great challenge comes also people that are much more better than I, and maybe you amongst the crowd that is the guy that knows, or gal that knows how to beat it. So, and I tip my hat off to you, because I don't know, it's so cool to watch people succeed, and then it's even cooler if I succeed, and I have done it. Like I said, don't doubt. If you doubt, it gets hard. So that's my secret. But yeah, that's a very common sprite with Mario or Luigi. Getting, I don't know, with Lost Levels. I'm remembering the All-Star version, mind you. The game will screw you if, like, there's some cavernous leaps you have to do, and it's a leap of literal faith. Some fans have basically even called that more easier, I think. I don't know. There's an interesting history behind Lost Levels that we'll look into one day. And finally, to cap that off, we got one of my favorite little puffballs that came from the era of 1990, from Mr. Sakurai. And there's little old Kirby. Look at that little puffball of love and goofiness. Man, I'm so glad I got this. This has been awesome. All right, now we're on to the final thing. Let me take a look at the stand. No way. This almost feels like glass. Almost. This might be some sort of plastic, but wow, look at that. It's literally a showroom thing. This is saying, hey, Nintendo fan, I'm giving you an award because I like ya. Golly, this has been awesome. I'm not even fooling. That's not even, it's just, wow. Got the, look at this baby. Got your dust jacket, or a replica of one. Here. Oh my god, that's cool. Look at this beauty, shining and gleaming like no tomorrow. This is the champion right there. Now, sadly, as you can tell, this is only a dummy copy. This is a replica. No, I was actually talking with Katie about that. It's like, what would be cooler, but it would probably cost them a lot more if they actually made replica workable NES versions of this game. Can you imagine that? I mean, sure, they couldn't cram all the other crazy stuff in the actual version, but they could have tried maybe with the classic original Trinity from the very first one. I mean, isn't this one about the whole original 1990 and just the complete history of World Championships? Huh? Oh wow, look at what's embedded on the back. Whoa. Sadly, I can't tell you the copyright and the date and stuff like in real NES because again, it is a replica. But my God, is this the most handsomest replica? It has the mushroom sprite, the Master Sword. You got yourself a podium. Let's see what else. There's a balloon from Balloon Fighters. Eggplant from Ice Climbers. Oh God, was it not Tanuki? The Flying Leaf. I know that might be the incorrect term to call it. Golly, Pit's Bow, and the Excitebike podium. It has everything on here. You're supposed to put it like that, and looky there. Now you can proudly brag and proclaim that you are a Nintendo World Championship champion. Golly. Wow. Man, I'm literally floored. I'm very actually glad I got this. And again, $60. That usually would sound expensive to somebody else, but remember, $60 is the most common price for a regular copy of a video game. Usually, thanks to certain adjustments of inflation and some corporate greedyism aside, I will say though that that's not really. This is a steal. I recommend anybody to look for these while they're lasting. Don't buy them from the scalpers if you can help it. Like I said, go find these. If you don't mind this type of thing for displays and stuff, or for collecting, or just being a collector of Nintendo items in history, or just wanting a little piece of that video game competition scene, get it. I highly recommend it. Now that we covered the goodies and feelies of this, we're obviously going to have to do a coverage on this. And I'm going to see you, we're going to transition to the Switch. Alright. We are back. That's cool. I love this. Well, since I'm the only one here. Oh, wow, I love that. It gives you the introduction of what the Nintendo World Championships are. Between the late 80s and early 90s, NES Championships were held all across the world. The obstacle of visiting the venues in person may have made it difficult for many of you to see these spectacles firsthand, and some of you faced an even greater obstacle, not yet being born. Well, yeah. So for any of you out there that happen to have been born in the late 90s, 2000s, 2020s, however old you are, I do feel sorry for y'all, because I vaguely remember the championships on television and such. But man, oh man, learning about it was an interesting story in itself. That's why we brought the championships to you. Now you can experience the thrill of competition against players from around the world. This is Nintendo World Championships, NES Edition. Oh, well, I am a Mario fan. Let's see what they got here. That's hard because I love both Donkey Kong and Super Mario. I might go with Mario 3. There we go. That's so cool and cute. Well, yeah, this will have to be my first choice. I have came from that generation. Again, if it wasn't for someone posted a grapevine that gave me a hand-me-down of the NES. And me growing up with a Game Boy, I wouldn't have experienced all the fine generations. Mind you, I was born in '88. NES took me over when I was 5 to 7 years old of age. So I had NES mania in my veins. I want to say, let me see. I think it was '93 when I was 5 years old. I started going NES Gaga. Then I was given an SNES. Then I learned about the hype of 64 and so on and so forth. The rest became history. That's freaking cool. Awesome. That's so there's so many of these type tags that I relate with. Yeah, I'm all about Mario and Luigi, but really Mario's been my go-to plumber and hero. I came from the Game Boy generation. I came from SNES. I came from Advance, a bit of the GameCube. Surprised they don't. Oh yeah, and of course. I came from NES. So that's very hard for me to pick. I think I'm going to go with this for a minute. I'll change it up later in time. Choose your favorite NES or Famicom game. Select NES games or... Oh, cool! Your favorite can be changed at any time. NES stands for Nintendo Entertainment System. Famicom stands for, of course, Family Computer, for short. I can't choose! Select compete players with survival. So I don't feel very confident yet because I like to practice and then give it my all. So this is all a blind play. Happening online right now. Become a speedrun master of practicing the challenges offline. Your fastest clear times will be saved. The coins you get for playing can be used to unlock more challenges. NES versions of the game are used with a few exceptions. Some parts of the game are very different from the original. Well, yeah, as I stated earlier before, these games have only a few of the 3 that was originally used in the actual championship at the time in 1990, and later stuff, of course, became a thing. But Mario was one of them, if I recollect long ago. Let's see what we gotta do. So the challenge is to quickly get the super mushroom. Nope. That's pretty cool. Hey, and look, I got the actual pin that I showed y'all from earlier, from the Deluxe Edition. I'm gonna be wearing it, not gonna lie. I want to try that again, because I know if y'all saw what I was trying to do. Nope. One more time. Nope. Well, I found that up. One more time. One more time. No. God, I hate myself. I know I can beat this. Wow. My strategy for games I played somehow good the first time, and the more I attempt to replay it again, I just get suckier and suckier. Alright. Didn't mean to kill him. I hate myself. Come on, I know how to beat it. Yeah! I knew I could do it. Drops the mic. Don't go alone. Bottom rung. Alright, what's this? Climb a ladder? Well, let's see. I was expecting, like, try and make it up to the end of the stage the quickest or something. Wow. Alright, let's see. Pop one freaking balloon. I'm so sorry, y'all. I just find this funny. All I had to do was just something so simplistic. Inhale without fail. So that's kind of cool and cute. Now, I read reviews about this. I mean, ever since this came out the other day, the day after I got this. So, mind you, this video that I'm doing right now is on the 19th, the day after release of the deluxe edition of, and I think the digital version of Nintendo World Championships NES edition. And as I stated before, I got the game, I pre-ordered it ahead of time when it was first launched, or was not launched, but announced. I had to have it. I saw it. The inner NES boy said I want it, and I got it, as you can see. And so far, I'm not sad about it. I'm a little sad that I got a mixed average score rating, considering, I mean, what this is, though. I guess some things have a point. I will say, though, this is a good way for newcomers and such, or those that are looking to have a bit of a contest with themselves amongst friends, or those like myself, we ancient dinosaurs that grew up with these games. We're looking to WD-40 the heck out of the rust and get ourselves grooving and motivated again. I think this is a good way to introduce a little bit of those flavors. Obviously, if you're not familiar with the games, it becomes somewhat weird and harder. But, I mean, one, this is where the virtual library, sad that you actually don't own it like you would on virtual console like the Wii. You don't actually own it. You pretty much have to pay Nintendo up front for one of the two services just to play the library. Or my favorite method is, if you're able to find and make a good deal, find the copies. Find the copies of your game if you can. If it doesn't break the bank or hurt you too much, just do it. It's better to have physical ownership than to rely. I really don't like the practice of what these companies are doing now. Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony, calling you out. Same thing with Steam, calling you out, calling all y'all out. Anywho. I just love that, you know, this brings me good memories where I just put the NES cartridge on the loader, power that baby up. Sometimes you might need to turn it on and off, and reset the damn thing just to get the prongs charged. But man, is it not awesome and fun? Oop, I love that. Try it one more time. There you go. That's a little bit better. Hard, normal. Hammer Hustle. So, oops, sorry. So what do I got to do? I'll just grab a freaking hammer. This is what I'm talking about right here. Depending on the luck of the draw here of the game. Alright, I'm going to see if we can try that one more time. I don't think I can get anything better than that. Oh, that was close. And just like that, baby. Damn, I'm good. Looks like I could do any better than that, so I'm not gonna push my luck. You see, this is probably, well, it's gonna be hard, obviously. Balloon Popper. Defeat all enemies. Oh. One more for the money. Ooh, that was a little slow. So close. Oh well. Can't win them all. What can we do here? Inhale an enemy. One more time. Just by 5 seconds. Let's see. I'm gonna do a little bit more and then we'll call it a day, considering, I mean, this is it. This is all what the game's about, is about trying to be record breaker against yourself, and of course, obviously, to other players online. And like I said, I'm not really confident in taking on other players yet, unless I do more better practice runs. Then watch out, we'll see if I can get everybody to run for their money. Let's see, loose change. Collect all the coins. Man, damn, I'm good. So grab the gold pole. Ooh, a little slow. A little slow on that. Hey! Ha-ha! Woohoo! Veggie plucking. Pull up a veggie. Oh boy, that was sure hard. Let's see. Taking flight, enter the door. Let's see, one more time. Sorry, 15 seconds. Again, that's as best as I can actually pull it off. Pull it. Go around the track once. Oh god. Oh, that's a very bad score. Dude, that was a lot better. Don't think it could beat that. We'll try it one more time. Damn. Wow. So I guess A plus is better than nothing. So that kind of stinks. Shivery start. Reach the second floor. One more time. Oh, oh god. Alright, what else can I do here? super mushroom. That's good. One more time. One more time. Come on, come on. I guess that first one was the best. I can't argue with the rest. Let's see. Just gotta collect all the coins. Let's try one more time. Woohoo! I'm just born that way when it comes to Mario. Yep. You good old plumber boy. What do we got here? Subspace exploration. Get the mushroom in subspace. One more time. One more time. Oh! Missed the door? Wow, that was horrible. Woohoo! We got ourselves a hard boss. Get the super leaf to be not really Tanuki Mario. See if we can beat that. Woohoo! Seek and destroy. Defeat 4 enemies. Took me 9 seconds and 81 milliseconds. There we go. That's more like it. Ooh, that's gonna be interesting. Oh, I'm really doing bad on this one. I mean, that's pretty good. Try that one more time. try it hard. What do we want now? Reach the 5th floor. That's probably going to be very hard. Nope. Okay. That was pretty okay. Woo! Even better! Oh, wow. Clear challenge just that quick? I didn't even know it was 50 times. That's insane! Boy, I'm cuckoo for Nintendo. Okay, what do we got now? Heating up. Go around the track once. I'm gonna keep watching this video so I can figure it out. But this one's gonna be a test of attrition. Alright, let's see. Oh no! I was doing pretty good up to that point. Let's try one more time. Oh no! Wow. That one's pretty damn hard. They weren't kidding when they say that it was hard. Man, that's pretty good. Wow. Okay. Let me see. Get the poison mushroom. The one thing you don't want to do in Mario Cube, but you have to for this challenge for me. The challenge is to kill Mario. What did I do to you? Mamma mia! Hammer Bro KO. I know I could probably do better than that. Oh, you tricky little fucker. I mean, I got a personal score at best. One more time. Wahoo! That should be straightforward. Literally straightforward. One more time. I know I can do better than that. Nope. Apparently not. One more time. One more time. By 2 seconds. By 2 seconds. That was like, it was a pixel short. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Oh man, lordy. Okay, what's going on here? Barrel roll. Reach Pauline. Oh, well now we're taking off the kitty gloves. Let's see how good I am. Now reach up to Pauline. Mario rules, of course. Oh! Okay. Now let's see if we can do better. Can I pull that off? Can I get at least an A+? Damn right I can. Woohoo! I got not just an A+, I got double A+, baby! Of course, lost and found. Collect the parcel in the purse. And the thing is, I used to love to do that too, because that gave you extra points, and of course, World of Logic with the arcade game, you, when you do that, you would be able to, get an extra man. So it looks like I only need the parcel and the, that's either the purse, or as a kid, I used to think that was the necklace for Pauline. But now I see it's a handbag. Alright, let's see how I do. Can I do it? Oh, apparently not. I mean, I'll take that. Let's see if I can do better, though. Let's see if I can do a lot better. No! Gotta love the random AI for the game back in the day. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna do good. Yeah, I failed that one. I'm more than failed. I bombed. So, as you can see, in the early days of Nintendo, when Mario jumped from a high place, he would die. Not in the later games, apparently. Wow. That's the most terrible score I've ever endured. I know I can do better. So, in the game, you can't really fight the AI. The AI is right there for you. Okay, but now I gotta wait for him to go down. Oh, that's close. Yee-hee! I think that's as best I'm gonna do. Oh, Master? Well, Master. Makes me wonder, what is that, Ultra? Or what are these? So, gold is hard, and blue is... Maybe light blue, baby blue starts off as normal. Hard is gold. Master's kind of the red. And this is either purple or blue. It's purple, of course. I'm guessing Ultra. So, I'm just kind of curious. How far does this go in the rabbit hole? Jumping jacks. Oh, of course. Well, it wants us to beat the stage again. And you saw how crazy that is. But if we take what we learned from earlier and go with the flow a bit, maybe. If the game doesn't decide to... Oh, it's beating me down. That's pretty good. 21 seconds. Now can I do it better? Oh, there we go. We got an opening. Come on. Oh, we always get stuck at the ends of the ladders. There you go. Woohoo! I don't think I could do it any better. Maybe one more time. I know I'm messing myself, setting myself up for failure, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try, damn it, because I'm a man. Oh no! Ah! I have regrets. I have so many regrets. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. I knew I would set myself up to failure. One more time. It's always the little fireball guys that you gotta watch out for. We run back and... Hey! Ha ha! By 42 extra seconds. Again, I don't think I could do better than that. So, bravo. I'm going to assume, let me see, I'm just going to lock these just to see. Legend. I mean, that makes sense. Construction, destruction. And then this is actually letting you beat the actual stage. So, okay. You know what? Before I end this video, we're going to play a bit of Donkey Kong. Collect the parasols in the purse. See if we can do it. Now it's a race. It's a little race. Damn, that's actually almost close to an S. I don't think I'm gonna do any better than that, but we'll try. So let's try it. Setting myself up for failure. Oh, there we go. I went a little too fast. Yep, and then you got that guy, and then run around. So, it's a little slower on the draw. So in the original Donkey Kong, if you don't get your little butt up the ladder, you'll stay stuck like that. Come on. You can do it, Mario! Woohoo! Yeah! Woohoo! That's a good one! That was an S rank, baby! Pull out all the bolts. So it wants us to do the classic stage. Alright. Wish me luck, folks. I'm gonna need it. Oh, I slipped right there. You gotta make sure he doesn't touch you. That was by fortune. Oh, that's not fortunate. So this is going to be a time waster right here, sadly. Come on, Mario, drop the hammer. Oh! Well, they weren't kidding about it being hard. So, that's going to be interesting. I don't know if I'll do better than the next one. Let's try a C. Nope, a B plus. Okay. So these little fire guys have a lot of unpredictability to them. Ooh, that was close. Oh, come on now. Oh! It's gonna cost me. Alright. Woohoo! Run, Mario! Run! Alright! Well, that was a lot more better than I expected. Okay, one more time. One for Moy, 2 for 2, 3 to get ready. 4 to run, Mario, run! Oh, no. Woo, that was close. He almost got me. Y'all saw that? Oh no. So this is going to probably be really cutting it close. How aggressive the AI is. Oh wow. They're not going to let me through. Wow. Yeah, I don't think I could do better than that. Wow. Alright, Kong Crusher. Legend difficulty challenges are the toughest in the game and are much longer than the rest. If you want to optimize your clear times, you want to take a look at the classified information we provided for your eyes only. Oh wow! So they really want you to play through the game. Wow, that's cool! Alright, let's look at this together, folks. Let sleeping hammers lie. You can break barrels with the hammer, but you can't climb ladders while holding it. You're better off not touching it. Yeah, if you're doing speed run, of course you're gonna have to forgo the hammer. Oh, that's kind of cool. So it'll actually show you what. The only downside though is with this little stratagem is that the barrels. So the barrels are randomized because one minute you could be trying to climb it. The next minute, the paranoia fuel hits to where it might kabunk you on the head if you try to go up it. So you're jumping for leap days. You'll need to jump to avoid barrels, but you'll lose time when you land. Keep your jump to a minimum. You'll be stuck in place for a moment after landing. Jumping is hard on the knees. the 6 ladders to success. Only climb the ladders along the shortest route. Reaching the top will take a lot longer if you climb on unnecessary ladders. Climbing quicker. Mario doesn't need to be at the ladder center to start climbing. He can grab it if he's off center, so start climbing as soon as to save time. Oh god, yeah! Damn. It's been so long since I played the NES version of this. Because I vaguely remember using to do that, and I thought it was interesting and weird. So, huh. Practice fire safety. Lost and found. You'll get points for picking up Pauline's lost items, but now isn't the time. Ignore them and book it for the goal. Don't get whacked. Let's see, jacks are bounced by at regular intervals. Once you reach the top of the ladder, hold still and wait for the jack to bounce over you. But yeah, try not to sweat. You'll be safe, we promise. Well, yeah, we pretty much. My trick is watch where they're landing before you make your decision. Helps even with the more like mind-breaking super ultra speed levels. If you can basically get a nanosecond in, the tricky part is getting yourself up the ladder in the harder difficulties. So, let's see, grab the bolt, then bolt. Once you go up to the ladder for the final one, remember the jumping cost time to avoid if you can. So I want you to go that route. But again, hilariously, the fire will start chasing you at one point. Jump over fireballs that get in your way. Push left and right and A just before you touch them. The timing and distance are key. If you start your jump too soon, you'll wind up with a sick burn. Order and construction site. You can put the bolts in any order, but every second counts. This route will get you to the fastest. Alright, so let me restudy this again. Okay. Huh. I mean, I can either try that or it can let me do my own, so it's all about good luck, basically. I'm trying to remember these quickest routes I can do. So, alright. I'm probably not gonna do it good, but I'm gonna give it a college try. Childhood fear is always worrying about the barrel. So I tried what the diagram was telling me, and look what it's doing to me. Oh, that's close. Oh! I mean, that worked. Woo, that was close. Try the recommended route. I still think it's not going to work out like they're telling me. Back and forth, back and forth. Okay, now they're chasing me. So I might have to deviate from what they were telling me a while ago. Yeah, come on now. The good news is I can do this. Woo! Baby, yeah! I got an S rank. Woo! Wow. Well, there I go. Drops mic, raises his arm like a champion. I got an S rank in Con Crusher, baby. I'm a legend. Goofy clothing aside, thank y'all for stopping by. I will spare y'all the trouble of playing anymore. But oh god, that was fun. I have to say, this is pretty cute. And party mode basically brings you and a group of friends together to have a little bit of bragging rights and competitions and whatnot. So it helps if you know your game. Like I played Donkey Kong a lot when I was a kid, the home port. Arcade I've played only maybe once or twice in my existence, and I'm so happy to finally play one of the most legendary games that may help build the house of Nintendo. 1981, the year of my beloved plumber. But, anywho, thanks for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, do me a solid, hit that subscribe button. Also, leave a like and a comment below. Tell me something. What are your favorite personal games of yesteryear, if you happen to have grown up with them? Did you get your games as a hand-me-down too, like I had? Did you actually bought a NES if you were somewhere older in the gen, if you happen to be coming across this? You know, I like to know all these stories. I would love and appreciate a good read. And, if you want to show support to our channel, there should be a little link to our Nerd Archives shop. Please help us. It would really, really get the ball even rolling further by showing your support to us. Alright, stay off trouble, stay safe. I hope you have a blast with these games as I had. And hopefully, if I start practicing a bit more, who knows? Maybe I'll see y'all and challenge y'all to a friendly game. Alright now, take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.